Poetry is the encapsulation of emotions with words. Poetry deals with trying to express the things that we feel in a way that will be appreciated to the human mind. So poetry goes a long way into communicating to a person's conscience. It deals with trying to get a person to think differently. And well, around the world, poetry is not really so much appreciated in certain parts of the globe. And well, one major part is Africa. People don't really appreciate poetry as much as they really ought to, because they see it as something that is, well, boring, unexciting. It's not really so much appreciated in Africa, and that's why we as a ministry, as Poetic Justice Society, seek to make poetry something that is going to outstand in this continent. So now we as a ministry, as Poetic Justice Society, we deal with expressing God's emotions to the world in a way that will be so much understood by them, because at times language barrier can be a problem in trying to understand the things that the Bible really talks about. So we are here to try and get you to see things in a different way altogether. So PJS is about expressing God's emotions to the world through poetry.
So definitely PJS was inspired by God, and when it started, I approached the co-founder, Robert Watingia, and we tried to get other poets. We found a few. It wasn't so easy getting these poets. We found a few like APSC, Kosibotri, and a few others, but it wasn't so easy because most people visualize poetry as a me and my book kind of thing, like me just pouring out my day, how my day went, or like a diary issue. But we as PJS are trying to, what we're trying to do is to bring out poetry to people to understand that it is not just a me and my book affair. It's about you letting people understand, pouring out emotions basically, letting people understand. So we are an alliance. We are the difference. We are the revolution. We are the change in the system.
As a ministry, we can say God has taken us very far, considering the fact that we only became active last year. But God has done a lot for us. We released 2 spoken word videos and 3 audios. The first one was You Are. We only released an audio for that. And then we released Freedom and Justice, both an audio and a video. And then just this Christmas, we released a spoken word video and an audio on some kind of Christmas. Also, we started this trend for Laugh the Mall Kids, where we donated to the needy children around the mall. We also embarked on the production of the Jesus Cups, from which we made quite a lot of profits. So as a ministry, we can say God has been very faithful, and we give God a lot of thanks.
So far, we did 2 videos and 3 audios. I think that's quite good. God has brought us very far. I'd like to say a little something about our videos and audios. The first one was You Are, which was by gospel, and then it's more of a worship spoken word, like you can get in tune with it and you can relate more to the maker on that level, and big ups to gospel for that. Our second audio was Freedom and Justice, which coincidentally turned out to be our first video as well, and it was on point. It was marvelous, it was lovely, it was out of this world, it was unique. And then it was making reference to our heritage, our culture. There were certain lines. I think you should check it out on YouTube. And then our last and most recent one was Some Kind of Christmas by Tony and Afe. And it was a very good video. It was about Christmas in a very nice and unique way. There was a big word they used that I can't remember, but it's a big word. And it was very nice, so the video was on point. But in all, if you notice, the trends don't really follow a certain pattern. That shows our uniqueness and our desire for change, in the sense that what matters is quality and exception. So whatever we do, it must be unique and on point.
So you should expect a lot more from Poetic Justice Society. This year we have a few plans for videos. We make videos every month. That is the new trend we've started. So our next video would be Black Beauty on February, so you all should expect it. the audio will be out on my birthday. So yeah, you all should expect it. It's something that talks still about culture. People understanding the beauty in being African as well. So this was inspired by a trend I didn't really like on Instagram. People were hashtagging light skin even though they weren't light skin. So I want people to understand that being black is also beautiful. People should be proud of being African. That's what I want people to understand. That's the whole message being conveyed in Black Beauty. So you should expect a lot more from
Poetic Justice Society.